Modern Real Estate Practice, page 80. Key point review. Ownership and severalty is ownership by one individual who may be an artificial person such as a corporation. Co-ownership by two or more individuals may take one of four forms, depending on the state in which the property is located. In a tenancy in common, TIC, each tenant holds an undivided fractional interest and co-owners have unity of possession. Each interest can be sold, conveyed, mortgaged, or transferred, and will be passed by will or state law when a co-owner dies. A legal action called partition can be brought by one or more of the tenants in common to force division or sale of the property. In a joint tenancy, there are four unities. PITT, PIT. Unity of possession, unity of interest, unity of time, and unity of title. Joint tenants enjoy the right of survivorship, which means that on the death of a joint tenant, the tenant's interest passes to the other joint tenant or tenants. A joint tenancy can be terminated by death of all but one joint tenant, who then owns the property in severalty. Conveyance of the joint tenant's interest, but only as to that interest if there were more than two joint tenants originally, or partition, the legal action to force division or sale of the property. Some states recognize a tenancy by the entirety, which is available only to spouses and which carries a right of survivorship. Property held by a tenancy by the entirety can be conveyed only by both spouses. Community property, currently recognized by 9 states, is property acquired during marriage that is not separate property and requires agreement of both spouses to be conveyed. Separate property is property owned by one spouse before marriage or acquired by one spouse during marriage by gift, inheritance, or with the proceeds of separate property. On the death of the spouse's half of the community property is distributed according to the deceased's will or by state law. A trust is a legal arrangement in which property is transferred by the trustor, the person creating the trust, to a trustee, to be held for the identified beneficiary. The trustee acts as a fiduciary in carrying out the wishes of the trustor. In a land trust, the beneficiary is also the trustor, but the public record will not identify the beneficiary. A partnership is an association of two or more persons who carry on a business for profit as co-owners in a general or limited partnership as provided by state law. In a general partnership, all partners participate in operation and management, and partners share full liability for business losses and obligations. A limited partnership has both general partners and limited partners. The general partners run the business. Limited partners do not participate in running the business and are liable for business losses only up to the amount of the individual's investment.